What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Around the Star. In this episode, we have another comment suggested player. If you look right here, shout out the Lee brothers. They suggested to use Darius Garland, so that's what we're going to be using. We're building the best team around Darius Garland. So if we look at here, the Pacers drafted Darius Garland, and this is going to be probably one of the toughest ones we've done already because Darius Garland's only an 88 overall. And as you know, all the players on the team have to be a lower overall than Darius Garland since he is our main guy. So we only can have 87 overall players and below on this team. So we're going to have to really work for it. But let's look at the team. Obviously, we got our guy, Darius Garland, right here. Then we got DeJounte Murray, which honestly, I don't mind that pairing right there because DeJounte Murray is such a good defender and because Darius Garland is only 6'1" at the point guard position. So we might keep not Darius Garland. We're definitely keeping Darius Garland. We might keep DeJounte Murray, but I'm not too sure yet. Then we got Miles Turner, Julius Randle's got his big contract right there. Daniel Gafford's here, Gary Payton, Kemba. This is a decent team. I think we might end up trading DeJounte Murray to try to get someone really, really, really good, but who knows. So I think the first guy we're going to go after right here is Jaylen Brown. I want him to run our shooting guard. I think a backcourt of Jaylen Brown and Darius Garland are going to complement each other very well. Darius Garland is obviously a pass-first point guard. He's pretty short. Jaylen Brown is a bucket getter, and he's tall, good defensively, 6'6", So I think they would complement each other very, very well. Right now, the trade's looking like Julius Randle and Josh Green. I highly doubt they say yes to this. Of course, they don't. But let's throw them picks, and we have 2.5-star picks. So hopefully that gives them 2 picks, and that's all it took. Now, to complete our big three, we're going to be trying to get Bam Adebayo here. Darius Garland plays really well with a big defensive-minded center in Jared Allen in real life. So getting Bam to be there, play that defense, catch some lobs here and there, I think that'd be really beneficial. We're going to be giving up DeJounte Murray since we got Jaylen Brown now running that shooting guard. And then Moses Brown is in this deal. Let's see what they say to this. And they don't like that. So let's toss them some more picks here. These picks, now that we got Jaylen Brown, are way worse. So this might not even go through. 3 first-round picks, and it's a no. So Kemba Walker has higher value than Moses Brown, so we're going to try to just substitute him in here and see if that makes the difference. Me personally, I would probably want Moses Brown than Kemba at this point in his career. But maybe the Kings are thinking otherwise. Let's see if they take these 2 seconds. They don't. The Hawks are giving us a first-round pick for Troy Brown Jr., and the Kings are giving us a first-round pick for Najee Marshall. So I just realized that we traded for the Kings' first-round pick. It gave him a player. So we got to take a player back now in Miles McBride. We got this Hawks pick. Now that we got more picks, I feel more comfortable giving them more picks, if that makes sense. We'll give them their own pick back. And then we'll give you one of our own picks. Oh, they're going to leave us dry after this. A second, will that work? No. Alright, I'll offer this pick. It's kind of an overpay, but I really want Bam. Welcome to the team. So Dylan Brooks was the guy I was looking at to try to run our small forward, so I threw him in the trade finder to see what the Grizzlies want for him. And they only want Daniel Gafford, Daniel Tice, and Gorgui Dieng, and they're going to give us Ayo Dosunmu on top of Dylan Brooks. That's a steal. Now for our power forward, I want to get John Isaac. He's a defensive monster here, so him and Bam down low. It's going to be very, very, very hard to score at us at the rim. And Darius Garland, like I said before, he's not a great defender. He's very small, too. So I want to just surround him with a lot of defenders. So we're going to try to get John Isaac. I also want to can we get away with getting a pick from you guys, maybe? No? Okay. What if we just do it straight up? No. That's surprising. I mean, Miles Turner is a higher overall, has higher value. I'll give you a second-round pick. I'll give you 2 second-round picks. I'm not giving up a first-round pick in this trade. That is for sure. So I'll load you up with second picks. Come on. This is our last second-round pick. Really? All right, so we added Ayo Dosunmu into this trade and then a 2024 first-round pick. Hopefully they give us that. And it's a no. All right, what if you just straight up still a no? Bro, John Isaac, he doesn't even have a lot of value. I'm confused on why this is such a hard thing to trade for right here. We're outvaluing you by a lot. Thank you. Well, it only took like 5 second-round picks to get him, but we finally got our starting lineup all set with our main guy, Darius Garland, running point guard. Then we got Jaylen Brown as that backcourt right there. I really like that. Dylan Brooks at the small forward, John Isaac, and Bam Adebayo. These guys are all great defenders. So, like I said, I want to surround Darius with a lot of good defenders. That ended up working out. Then we got guys that create their own shot, like Jaylen Brown. Bam can even get himself a bucket here and there. Obviously, Darius Garland can, and he's a very willing passer. So all these spot-up guys in the corners and the threes, I think this starting lineup is very good. So we're going to be trading Moses Brown, Gary Payton, and a first-round pick to the Mavericks for Pat Connaughton and Dorian Finney-Smith. The Rockets are going to give us a first-round pick for Miles McBride in a second. The Nets are giving us a first for Boban. We're going to be sending Trent Warford, Gabriel Deck, and a first-round pick to the Knicks for JaVale McGee and Max Strus. So we're going to be welcoming Gary Payton and Moses Brown back on the team. We're sending Eric Gordon, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and a first to the Dallas Mavericks. The Hornets are going to give us a first-round pick for Damian Lee. Now we're going to be trading Moses Brown, Max Strus, and a first to the Rockets for Reggie Jackson and Isaiah Thomas. Alright, so this is what the final roster is looking like. We got Darius Garland, of course, the main guy of this video. Then next to him, we got Jaylen Brown, Dylan Brooks, John Isaac, and Bam Adebayo. I really like this starting lineup. I mean, in the last few videos, I feel like I've been going for the defensive, mindset of the team for the build. And I think it's been working out pretty well. These guys still all can score pretty well. I mean, John Isaac, not really. Dylan Brooks can hit a catch-and-shoot three. It's really Darius Garland and Jaylen Brown right here that I'm focusing on most of the offensive load. And then hoping everyone else just clamps up. And off our bench, we got JaVale McGee, Pat Connaughton, Dorian Finney-Smith, Gary Payton, and Reggie Jackson. My main goal with the bench was just try to get, again, that defensive mode still going with JaVale, Pat Connaughton, Dorian Finney-Smith, Gary Payton. And then Reggie Jackson, he can get his own bucket. He's our 10th man, so he's not getting too many minutes anyway. Pat Connaughton and Dorian Finney-Smith can for sure knock down that three. Same thing with Gary Payton. I think this team is built really, really well. Luka Doncic wins MVP, almost averaging a 30-point triple-double. Jabari Smith, Rookie of the Year. Russell Westbrook, 6th man. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Tyrese Maxey, Most Improved. Our guy, Darius Garland right here, All-NBA 3rd team. John Isaac also made All-Defensive 1st team. So we did end up being the 8th seed in the play-in. We won 42 games. It was pretty close. Like, we could have been like the 5th seed if we won a few more games. Nonetheless, though, we are the 8th seed. Looking at the stats right here, Darius Garland had a monster season. He averaged 26 and 8. That's fantastic. He shot it pretty well, too. I'm surprised. I don't know how he wasn't an all-star if he was all-defensive 3rd team. It's whatever, though. Jaylen Brown came here, averaged 25 and 3. He had amazing efficiencies on top of that, too. Bam, 15, 10, and 5. Steal and a block per game, too. Also, great efficiency. So our big three played really, really, really well. Then we got Dylan Brooks here. He averaged 12 and a half. JaVale McGee off our bench, 12 and a half and 9. John Isaac here, all defensive 1st team for him. 2 blocks, a steal and a half. Here are the rest of the stats. Even looking at the stats, I feel like we should have had a better record, but that's whatever. We're in the play-in now, not even playoffs. Going up against the Knicks, who got Kawhi, Marcus Smart, Dante DiVincenzo, John Collins, Kevon Looney. I mean, they got Kawhi, which is a pretty big player right there, but I feel like we should be able to win this one. I'm not going to lie. They start off, and they bodied us in that first quarter. Let's bring it back. Nope, it doesn't look like it. They're up by a shit ton, and they beat us by 30. So, I guess Kawhi really did that, and of course, they had the GOAT. Oh, no, not the GOAT, but still, dropped 30. That's crazy. In our elimination game, Darius Garland gave us a double-double. Bam gave us a double-double. Darius Garland did not shoot it the best, though. 0 for 6 from 3 is something I do not want to see, my guy. So I just fucked up right there. I meant to simulate this so we could go up against the Toronto Raptors, but we ended up winning anyway. Darius Garland had a bounce-back performance. He had 10 free throws. That's crazy. He dropped 28, 6, and 8. Then Jaylen Brown gave us 24. Bam gave us 24 and 12. 6, bro. Stat sheet stuffer, bro. Great game, Bam. Gary Payton gave us 16 off the bench. He shot it perfectly. 6 for 6, 3 for 3. It's a great game right there. Alright, well, if you've been watching some of the most recent videos, you know the Nets has the 1 seed. We've beaten them like this before. Let's see who they got, though. They got Trae Young, Tyrese Maxey, Mikal, Aaron Gordon, Steven Adams. I mean, this is a good team, but I feel like we're better. Like, we match up position-wise. We're better than them in every position except for small forward, which they win by 1, and then the point guard position. But Darius Garland, he's having a monster season. So, let's do this. Game 1 is a win for them. Game 2, win for us. Perfect. Game 3, another win for us. Game 4, another win for us. Alright, I thought we were about to get out of there in 5 against the 1 seed, but we get out of there in 6 against the 1 seed. The elimination game, Bam gave us 27, 9, 3, 2, and 3. He's just a stat sheet stuffer, man. Only missed 1 shot from the field. Then Darius Garland, 26, 5, and 11. Barely missed. Jaylen Brown was here. Yeah, our big 3 gave us a fantastic elimination game to move on to go up against the 5th seeded Philadelphia 76ers. They got James Harden still, Norman Powell, Chris Middleton, Robert Williams, Dwight Powell. This is a pretty good team. I think we match up decently well against them, though, too. Oh, went way too fast right there. I'm fucking up all the buttons right now. We're down 3-2. I'm going to fix the rotation. All right, so let's just get a recap of what's going on in this last game. In Game 5, Norman Powell gave us 20. This is a bad game from James Harden. We lost this game. They got Jalen Smith. We lost this game only by 2. But if James Harden is only giving you 16, we gotta win that game for sure. Going into Game 6 to force a Game 7. Here we go, boys. We got to fight for this one. We got to fight for this one. And it doesn't look like we're fighting very much at all. We brought it a little bit closer, but it's looking slow, man. Nope, definitely not. The elimination game, Darius Garland did all he could, man. 31 and 10. I mean, he didn't shoot it the best, especially from 3. 4 for 13 from 3 is kind of tough. Dylan Brooks had a really, really good game. Gave us 22. Jaylen Brown, he choked. Only 16. I mean, he was doing other things like rebounding and everything, but he shot it pretty bad. Bam gave us a good game right there. A tough loss, man. I really thought this team was gonna be able to at least make it here. I mean, who would have went up against? The Hawks, the 6-seeded Hawks. I mean, we might have been able to body them right there. Let me see what their team's looking like. We would have went up against Donovan Mitchell, Sabonis, Freddie, Cole Anthony, Carmelo. I mean, yeah, this is a good team right here. I don't know, man. I think we would have beat them, though. That's a bitter loss right there for sure. Well, even though we didn't win the championship, Darius Garland still led his team as the 8th seed to upset the 1 seed. We just barely didn't make it out the second round. Still a pretty good story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Another shout out to the Lee brothers for suggesting Darius Garland. If you guys have a player you want to see me build around, make sure you leave it in the comments. In the description, there's links to all my social medias, so make sure you follow me on all those to keep up to date with me. Catch y'all.